It really was a hard decision, but I know I'm doing the right thing. And I think that when I explain to you why, that you'll agree with me. A few days ago, I posted a video about why you should start your own YouTube channel, because really we need more content on YouTube for people over 50. But whether you do start a channel or not, what I'm going to share with you will help to keep you from getting discouraged if you try something new and it just doesn't work. And if you are starting a channel, or if you already have one, I've got a couple ideas that I'm going to share at the end of this video that you might want to get involved in. So why did I abandon my channel? What happened was about a year ago, I started a faceless channel, just using stock video and AI voices. And it was in a niche that was popular, and the videos were getting a lot of views on other channels. And so I knew I could do that. So I started my channel and started making my videos. In the first month, things were going great. The numbers were going up. People were watching my videos, and I was getting lots of watch time, and things were going great. But then after about a month, the numbers started going down, and I had a hard time getting people to watch my channel. And I didn't know why. I was trying to do everything I could to keep people on. But I kept going, and I kept making the videos, and I kept getting some views. And after 11 and a half months, I finally got enough subscribers and enough views to be able to get monetized. I thought, oh, this is great. I'm monetized now. So that means that I'm going to get lots more views and be able to make a little money to make it worth my time. But it didn't work like that. I got a report of what my earnings would be for the first month of monetization, and it was about $8 and something. So I was a little bit disappointed about that after all that work. But I kept making the videos anyway, see if I could make this thing work, and it just wasn't working. So I started thinking, I've always wanted to start a channel like this one, talking to the camera. And I just never did. I always thought, I'll do that someday, but not now. I just didn't have the courage to do it. I've always been a little bit camera shy, and I still am. But I kept putting it off, and I started thinking, well, why don't I just try? I can start a channel, I can talk, I can share my heart, encourage people. That's what this channel is all about. It's all about thriving in spite of your circumstances. And so I started this channel up. And that was only 8 days ago at the time of this recording. But the numbers started going up, and people were watching my videos, and it was going really well. In fact, now, after just 8 days, I have half of the subscribers that I need and 3/4 of the watch time that I need to be able to get monetized. Now, that's something that on that other channel took me several months to get to. So this is completely different. So with the other channel, I had to make a decision. If I stopped making videos on that channel, did I just waste all that time, that whole year, and I got monetized and I'm not doing anything with it? And I really didn't want to quit. But when I started thinking about how it wasn't producing anything, it didn't really make sense to keep going with it. So I did have to make the decision to stop. Now, this isn't just about YouTube. And I wanted to share this with you because it has to do with anything that you put your heart into and you work hard on. And if it just doesn't come through, it just doesn't work, it's not necessarily a failure. You've got to see that you're learning something, you're developing yourself, and you're changing because of the experience. We know that whatever we're going to sow, we're going to reap. And if you really put yourself into something, it's going to come back to you. So no matter what it is that you've been dealing with that's not bearing fruit the way you would like it to, just remember that with a little bit of patience, you'll see things start coming back to you. Now, when I started this new channel and things started going well, I realized that I was enjoying momentum from the other channel that helped this channel to do better. I was watching a lot of videos on YouTube that were teaching me how to start a channel, how to do it right, and how to get the views, and using as much of that information as I could. But I noticed that a lot of the information that I was hearing didn't have anything to do with my faceless channel. but it was more for a channel like this where you're actually recording the video. And I remember now the things that I was learning back then, even though they didn't apply at the time. So I know that a lot of that is helping this channel to do better. And also, I just believe that it's God's timing, because there is a time for everything. But now that I've started this channel and I let the other one go, the channel's still there. There's a few people still watching those videos, but I'm not making videos for that channel anymore. Instead, I'm concentrating on this one. So sometimes you just have to make a choice. Do you want to keep going with something? Do you want to let it go? But if you do let something go, just know that you haven't wasted your time on that. And what you put into that is going to come back to you. Now, if you are working with YouTube, I mentioned that I have a couple of ideas of something that you just might be interested in. One of my ideas, it's something I've never heard about anybody doing, but it just might work. I had the idea, since most of the videos I was watching about YouTube were by the experts, by people with lots of experience. And that was great. We need that kind of advice. But I felt kind of alone sometimes in what I was doing on YouTube, because I didn't have any contact with people who were newer to YouTube and what their experience is like, what their feelings are. And so I just had this idea that if I could find several people who would help me out that are just starting on YouTube, and they would record some clips of themselves sharing about their experience on YouTube and what it's like to be a beginner or just with a little experience. And I could gather all of those clips together, make a video which would give value to people that are in that situation. And also I could gather all those clips together and give them back to each person that gives us a clip. And they could make their own videos. We could promote each other's channels on the videos, and it's a win-win situation. So if you would be interested in sharing your experience on YouTube, if you're new on YouTube or have just a little experience, then I'd love to hear from you in the comments, and I can let you know how we can get involved. My other idea was, if you're just interested in YouTube, or if you already started your channel, I would love to organize a Zoom call. We could just hang out together and talk about our experience. I think that would be a great way to share information and to encourage each other, answer each other's questions. So if you're interested in doing something like that, also let me know in the comments and I'll get back to you about it. So whatever you're working with, whatever you're putting your heart into, you can be sure that it's changing you. It's building your life. I know that I'm a whole lot different now than I was a year ago when I started working on that channel. So enjoy it. Enjoy the change. Enjoy what it does for you, even if it doesn't give you the results that you want. Just be patient. And one way or another, the effort that you put into that is going to come back to you.